Hi everyone, welcome to The Last Drop. I am Chris, thank you for joining me today. It is my whiskey diary for June. I hope you have been well and had a good June. Here's my diary, let's get into it. This was a shortish month. It all happened right at the end of the month rather than at the beginning. So we're going to skip straight to the 23rd of June. And this was the Somerton Whisky Club bottling for this month. It was Jura 18. Here it is in its all coloured glory. 44%, not bad. I've given it 5 out of 10. Yeah. I don't know. This is possibly the most controversial bottling, I think, out of Somerton Whisky Club. I don't want to cause zero offence to anybody. This is just my opinion on Jura 18. But it's okay. I've given it 5 out of 10. It's an okay whiskey. I'm quite happy to drink it. Would I buy it again? No, unless they've completely changed their recipe, I guess. My problem with it is that if you compare, for some reason in my head I have it that anything sort of over 18-year-olds should just be done in a bourbon cask. Now I know Glendronach, Glenallachie, they're sherry cask stuff, so anything that goes in a sherry cask, I'm quite happy with, because that's their thing. You know, that's all their range is sherry cask, where I don't think Jura is. Obviously, Jura 18, this is finished in red wine casks. So my problem with it is that if they've done it in ex-bourbon, it says to me that the liquid, the juice that's coming out, that's 18-year-old in ex-bourbon, is not good enough. Which is a shame, so they've had to put it in a barrel, a red wine barrel, to finish it off, to make it a lot more acceptable and maybe marketable. So that's my real issue with it, is that it shows maybe a lack of confidence in their spirit, that's just in an ex-bourbon cask. So if you compare it to like Deanston 18 or Glen Murray 18, even, you know, they're all like ex-bourbons. They're very much like, here's our 18-year-old spirit. It's done as naturally as it can be. Obviously there's probably added colour in there as well. Yeah, so that's my problem. It's okay, but it's not for me, I don't think. But yeah, a lot of people are liking it. And again, don't get me wrong, it's okay, it's fine, it's not a bad whiskey by any shout, but it's maybe not as good as it could be, and that's maybe what annoys me the most. So, we'll leave it at that. Jura 18. So, bit of a contrast, but skipping to the 25th of the 6th, I've done a little cheeky buy. This is MB Roland. This is Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. This is just their standard edition. You can get some single barrel editions of it. This is batch 72, bottle number 585 of 675. It's 108 proof, 54% by alcohol. It's in a new char number 4 barrel. The mash bill is 78% white corn, 17% rye and 5% malt. Great wealth of information on the bottle. Why don't all bottlers do that? I don't know. But fantastically presented. Just dusty. It's got dusty corn going on. Spicy oak vanilla's in there. Very much a barrel strength, full strength bourbon. I've been looking for one for a while. This came into sort of my price range, and I thought it was very, very reasonable at that. Some light honeycomb notes in there as well. And I've given it 9.5 out of 10. I really do rate this, and I really do recommend you go out and see if you can try some MB Roland juice. based in Kentucky, quite a small distillery, sort of craft distillery. The guys over at Whiskey Vault have rated it as well. They absolutely loved it too. Really, really nice stuff. Go and check it out. Next day was my other bottle purchase I got with it at the same time, which is the Loch Lomond Open Special Edition for the Golf Open. I tried last year's, I think bought it back in February or January. That's fantastic stuff. A real fruit bomb because it used the Chardonnay yeast. This one is completely different. It's really weird. There's the bottle. There we go. Put it in front there. Should focus. Lovely stuff. But yeah, open edition. This stuff is really weird, right? It's huge vegetal herbal notes on the finish. So the taste is quite fruity, the standard sort of Loch Lomond honey fruits you get. And then it just kicks into this very fruity, just this vegetal herbal, I don't know, sort of really, really strange, sort of not menthol, but really interesting spirit that's come from Loch Lomond again. Comparing it to the last open edition from last year, completely different. But yeah, very, very, but really long finish and very, 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 just very. It's just a very, 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 very Loch Lomond dram. And I gave it 8 out of 10. So, moving on to the 30th of the 6th. I completely forgot about this tasting. I do apologise, Vin PF. So, No Nonsense Whiskey, in conjunction with Mackmyra and Richard McKeand. Mackmyra Reserve Barrels tasting. So we had 4 different barrel finishes. I think they all came from their underground mining warehouse, if memory serves me, but they used their different recipes. So 3 of them were the elegant recipe, and then one of them was the smoky recipe, so they're using the peat. So we started off with the bourbon elegant recipe. This was 45%. Vanilla, slight spices, pink marshmallows on the taste. So that was very nice and very interesting. Really, really nice. I gave that 7 out of 10. Next up we went for the ex-cognac elegant recipe. Nose had vanilla and caramels on it. Taste was honey. Had that definite cognac sort of grapey note going on in there. And then definitely spicy from the French oak. So they use French oak barrels, cognac barrels. And that spicy note that you get from that French oak really came through as well. And I gave it 7.5 out of 10. Next up we had the Export with the elegant recipe, 49.7%. I'm not keen on port finishes, if you know me. But this one had summer fruits, blackcurrant. There was a slight peaty note going on. More of a smoky barrel char though, I think in the end it came across as. So that was really interesting with it. Dried fruits again in there as well. Yeah, probably one of the better port finishes that I've had. 7.5 out of 10. Then, last but not least, American Oak. So this was fresh American Oak barrels with the smoky recipe, 55.2%. This had a light smoky nose, so the nose wasn't particularly strong, I felt. It was much heavier on the taste. It was sort of smoky sweet meats. So almost like a legic that you get with that smoky sweet meat thing going on. Really, really nice. My favourite of the evening. So 8.0 out of 10. And that was it. So 30th of the 6th, and then it was the 1st of July. So you'll have to wait till next month to hear about that Loch Lomond tasting. What a treat Loch Lomond is. Tasted one this month in June. But yeah, lovely stuff. Hope you enjoyed that. Please comment down below what your favourite dram or what new dram you've tried this month. Really would appreciate it. Maybe get some conversations going down there. Please hit that thumbs up and the like button, which is the same thing. Maybe just hit the subscribe button. That would be good as well. And thank you for joining me. And that is the last drop.